So let me tell you that story. Um, if you look at the time frame of when we were in development with Ultima 9, from like 97 to 99, and if you look at the hardware advances that were made in that period, a revolution occurred in the entire industry during that time. Um, Early 97, late 96, I think, was when 3D effects took off. And I don't know exactly how they achieved their market penetration. I think they had Quake and they had Tomb Raider, and they achieved a lot of penetration that way. And I think they gave out a lot of cards to developers, and that swung a lot of people over, including Origin, to doing stuff using 3D hardware. Direct 3D was kind of a backwards child at that time. It couldn't do all the things that 3D effects could do. It was harder to use than Glide. But during Ultima 9's development, Microsoft had polished it to the point and had been enough of an evangelist with game developers to get them to adopt it, where the scales tipped, and Direct 3D was the winner in terms of adoption, not in terms of technical ability. Not in terms of technical ability. Direct 3D was it worked really well on the higher end cards like the TNT cards, but there were a whole lot of cards who said, "Yeah, we're a 3D card, we're a Direct 3D card too," and they were horrible. But what they were designed to do is run Quake efficiently, and so Quake was the milestone for all games at that time. The frame rate that your card got running Quake was how you were measured as a 3D card. That didn't make you a good 3D card. It just meant you could run that one game and that one engine well. And they would actually put in optimizations specifically for Quake so that it would run their game faster. And those cards, it fell to us that we had to support those cards alongside the 3DFX family of cards. So we ended up shipping with Glide, which was kind of our reference implementation. And then we had to attack the 3D, the Direct 3D problem about, I think we really aggressively addressed it about halfway through my time on Ultima 9. Spent just over a year really working on that. But it just, you know how it's hard to sell the company on rewriting all the code? Well, all of the art was developed with a software renderer. And the art was totally not optimized for Direct 3D, especially those lower end cards that were meant to run Quake well. The way that Quake art was done, it optimized its use of textures very heavily, and it swapped textures very infrequently. Our game was the opposite. There were so many textures involved. For example, you've probably seen breakouts of the avatar himself. I don't know how many textures there were just to render the avatar, maybe 16 different textures. That's fatal in a Direct 3D card of that day, swapping states that many times just to render one object. And we had a lot of different textures. And so for a software renderer that's free, for Glide it was minimal impact, and for Direct 3D it was horrible. So yeah, we would have had to redo the art. And we knew that in order to get decent performance out of Direct 3D. And we brought that up like, hey, what do you think the chances are we could, redo all the art? And that didn't go over very well.